This is everything I spent in a week as a 23-year-old living in Minnesota. Hi guys, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, as y'all can see by the title, we are doing another What I Spend in a Week video. I will be 23 years old for a few more weeks here until I turn 24, so I just figured it would be a time to soak in, absorb the fact that I'm 23 years old and that I live in Minnesota, and just kind of share with you guys what my expenses are throughout the week. Now, I did ironically choose a week that I don't have any like bills coming out of my account or anything, so that will not be included in this video. I'm gonna be so transparent and honest. I spent a lot of like money on random things that are so unnecessary this week. It was definitely like a fun week for me. I feel like every single year in July it's super busy with like camping trips or going out and doing activities with friends, just really soaking up summer and getting the most of it. No exception this week. It's been like every other year where I'm just spending money left and right on stupid random things, so just gonna put that out there. I'm aware of the fact that I'm spending a lot of money on stupid things I don't need. Anyways, we're just gonna go through day by day and I will kind of share with you guys what I did throughout the day and how much I ended up spending. So Monday was up first. I do work a full-time job at my bank, so throughout my day I went over to Target to grab some lunch because I did not bring a lunch this day, so I just picked up some random supplies and food items that I could eat for lunch and throughout the week. So my total for that Target trip was $17.16. And then I finished with my work day, and honestly I do remember this day being like very overwhelming for me, and I feel like I'm starting to become too important at my job, if you know what I mean. So I definitely was feeling stressed this day, and so I did end up getting home and going for an hour-long walk. And then we do have a restaurant that I really enjoy going to called Roadside, and so I ended up actually getting dinner for me and John there, and I just FaceTimed my friend as I walked to go get my food order. The total for the food at Roadside was $24.32. And that's pretty much everything I did on Monday, so the total for Monday was $41.41. Okay, we are now moving into Tuesday. Once again, I work every single day. So on Tuesday, I ended up going to Caribou Coffee in the morning, got myself a coffee and a maple waffle sandwich for breakfast. And then I had a full intent of not spending any money for lunch today, so I got all my stuff to make some sandwiches on my lunch break, and then I forgot the bread. So on my lunch break, I did go back over to Target and picked up a loaf of bread, and that was $3.39 for that. And then I actually did end up spending some time with my best friend Sarah after work, and we ended up going to Noodles, so I got some noodles while I was there, obviously, and then I got like a Rice Krispie treat, and so for my order there, it ended up being $20.54 for that. And then we just kind of hung out at her house, and she had a little shelf she wanted help putting up on her wall, so that's pretty much all I did throughout the day on Tuesday. And my daily total for Tuesday was $33.64. Wednesday, once again, like I said earlier in this video, I just have been having very fun-filled days even throughout the middle of the week. I did work the whole day on Wednesday and just had my lunch that I packed and everything, so I didn't have any expenses throughout the day. But then after work, we had a little girls' day, and I had Sarah and Michaela come with me to go to this little like farmer's market thing. And it was actually really cute. It was just at this little farmhouse, and there was some brick oven pizzas that were a little bit on the spendy side, but it was pretty tasty. So that was $17 for a little personal sized pizza, and then we kind of just hung out and took some cute pictures and enjoyed the rest of the night. So that's all I spent money on Wednesday, so that was $17 in total. Now on Thursday, I woke up with a really intense headache, which is kind of rare for me. I don't get migraines or headaches that intense very often, so I did end up taking the day off of work. I do have a lot of sick time built up too because I don't get sick or feel ill too often throughout the year. So I did decide just to use my time and take the day off, and so I did sleep for a lot of the morning, but then I finally woke up in the afternoon and wanted to go get some donuts and a coffee, so I went over to Dunkin'. And I tried out this new like s'mores frozen coffee drink. It was not my favorite, I'll be completely honest, but there was like a special on the app for that drink specifically where it was only $3. But anyways, the total at Dunkin' ended up being $6.47. And that was my daily total because I didn't spend any other money that day either. And I did end up just packing for a road trip that we had on the weekend. So that's all I did on Thursday. Now Friday, once again, I had some fun this day. So this time I took Michaela and we actually ended up going to the rodeo in Minnesota, which if you're from like the Midwest area in Minnesota, you definitely know about the rodeo. It's once a year, pretty much every single time in the middle of July. So Michaela bought our tickets and I ended up Venmoing her $24 just for the ticket to get in. And then when we got there was quite a few additional expenses that I had. Keep in mind, I did not really eat lunch this day, so these were kind of all like back-to-back expenses on food while we were there. So it was $5 for a pizza right when I got there because I hadn't eaten all day. We watched the rodeo and it was actually $20 to get like drink vouchers, and then you could just use those to purchase alcohol. So the minimum amount you could get was 4, so I ended up having 4 White Claws. And that was $20 for that, and then I had a $6 Pronto Pup and $20 for Skittles, because that's just the mood I was in that night, I guess. So my total for Friday was $56, and I think that's actually the most expensive day out of the entire week, so. Moving to Saturday, we actually had a little trip with my grandparents where we headed up north along the Minnesota North Shore on Superior. And I actually booked our Airbnb a couple months back because we were planning ahead, so we stayed at this really cute little cozy cabin, and it was honestly a really nice time just to enjoy the day with them. We did end up spending $40 each in the morning on groceries and just like random last minute things for the trip since we'd be stuck at the cabin. So like I said, me and John split that cost, $40 each. We did end up getting some pie at like Rustic Inn and just kind of having a good little day on Saturday, but I didn't have any expenses besides the groceries that day. And last but not least, again on Sunday, we still were up north at the cabin, kind of locked in there for the weekend, and I didn't actually spend any money that day either. I tried to be helpful and pay $5 for firewood, but my grandparents literally like refused to let me pay for anything for some reason, so I just got $5 put back into my purse, so I guess my total was 0 that day. So that brings my grand total for everything I spent in the last week to $194.59. Let me know what you guys think about those expenses in the comments. Again, I just kind of spent money on food a lot, I've noticed, is my common theme, and just really I focused on having fun that weekend and throughout the week. So yeah, that is all I spent in my life as a 23-year-old living in Minnesota. If you like these kinds of videos, definitely make sure to subscribe to stick around on my channel. My birthday is coming up, like I said, so I'm probably going to do quite a few birthday vlogs for like what I do on my actual birthday and what I got for it and things like that, so make sure to stick around. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see the types of things that I have going on the side. Otherwise, hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!